welcome to my channel. Let me start off by saying that The Umbrella Academy, it's one of my favorite shows. I thought season 1 and season 2 were fantastic. I enjoyed them immensely. Season 3, however, it's my least favorite season. I thought was a very weak season, at least half of it. It wasn't all that bad. It started strong and then it just got weird. Like people acting out of character, characters dying and no one caring, actions not being questioned. We have another apocalypse, multiple timelines, and it just became repetitive. It's really hard for me not to compare The Umbrella Academy to Stranger Things. You know, the whole binging versus not binging. I can sit through 10 hours of a TV show straight from episode 1 to the last episode. I love binging. So I think it's funny that Stranger Things had episodes that were an hour and 40 minutes and felt short, but The Umbrella Academy had episodes, 50 minutes, some were 45 minutes, and those episodes felt like they dragged. Like I said, the first half was strong. It started off so good. We got that Footloose sequence within the first 8 minutes. It was so much fun. That sequence for me it's what The Umbrella Academy is about. But the second half, I found myself spacing out and losing focus. I thought, am I tired? Did I not sleep well last night? Did I not get enough sleep? I was like, no, I slept fine. I got plenty of hours. Everything moved slowly and it just felt off. It's really hard to pinpoint what made me space out. I would finish an episode and then I was like, oh, what else can I watch now? I wouldn't continue to the next episode. I would go stroll on Instagram for a while, go on YouTube, and then there were parts that I would rewind it. I would be watching and then my mind will go someplace else and I was like, wait, what did they say? It's so weird. It's really weird to explain. My videos on YouTube, I talk about stuff that I like, that I enjoy. Even my sister, she keeps telling me, go watch Loki, go watch the Marvel shows, go watch Obi-Wan Kenobi. And no offense to Marvel fans and Star Wars fans, but it's just not for me. And I don't want to watch something that I know it's not my cup of tea. So The Umbrella Academy, I love the show. And it still felt like I was watching it for work. It was also odd that they dropped it on a Wednesday. They set up this whole wow moment about the sparrows on the last episode of the last season, and they're supposed to be so refined and sophisticated. I thought they weren't even that interesting, and they actually just go, backstabbing one another, and at the end they all had to die except Ben, because Ben, it's, technically he's an umbrella, and Sloane, we don't know where Sloane went. There was a funny scene with one of the sparrows, Alfonso. They're at this drugstore and he has a fight scene with Diego. There was a couple lines that I actually laughed out loud. Diego does something to him and his chin falls and then Diego says, dude, your chin. Allison was getting on my nerves. So was asshole Ben. But Allison was so unlikable. I get that she's grieving the loss of her daughter and her husband, but oh boy, she was so annoying. And her actions were so irrational and inexcusable. She used to be so reasonable. And like I said, I get that she's trying to get to the old timeline where she can have her husband or her daughter. But so does Victor. Victor wants to go back to Sissy and he's not acting all crazy. They all had trauma, but Allison only cared about hers. I couldn't believe that she basically raped Luther by using her powers. She forced herself against him without his permission. That's abuse. And I hate to do it, but if we do the gender reversal, if it was Luther or any other man using their powers to push themselves, against a woman's will, we would have a problem. And then she kills Harlem. Why kill Harlem? You could have used your powers. I heard a rumor, you get in the trunk. I heard a rumor, you come with me. Deliver him to the sparrows and let them do the dirty work. She didn't have to kill him. Then we have Luther. How does he go from, it seemed like he was so in love with Allison, it seemed like they had that, that bond in that relationship, to fall in love with someone that he just met. I felt like I was watching this big buff teenage boy fall in love with this, the popular chick in school. It was kind of pathetic. Luther just loves the idea of being in love. Like, he had just met Sloane and then boom, marry me. I do get the idea of, this whole Romeo and Juliet thing, the two of them getting married to unite the families. And I think Luther, he was very endearing most of the time and quite funny. Like, in that Luther, I'm kind of like, dumb type of way. Going back to the Sparrows, I felt like we didn't learn anything from them. I get that people have to die, but there wasn't enough character development for us to know more about these characters. Like Jamie, what were her powers? My sister was asking me, is she a spider? And I was like, no, I think she's a snake, because she does that thing with her tongue, and then the poison comes from here when she shoots. The glob hits someone, they go into La La Land. And then Marcus, he was just a version of Luther, but at least Luther, we knew his backstory on the moon and all of that. Marcus, he was just like the big, strong guy. Diego and Lila are cute together, but most of the time I thought she was annoying. And I even was telling Diego, I was like, Diego, how do you put up with her? The fact that she lied to him about that kid, Stanley, and she kept that lie going for quite some time, that when she told him that she was pregnant, and she even said, I'll pee on any stick that you want me to pee, I was like, are you telling the truth or are you lying again? By the way, aren't pregnant women not supposed to eat raw fish? Because when she was eating all that sushi, and I was like, I don't think pregnant women are supposed to eat raw fish. Correct me if I'm wrong. This season had its good moments. Like 5, I still enjoy him very much. He doesn't have much to do on this season, but whenever he's got his screen time, he's very entertaining. Klaus, still my favorite. I think Klaus is everyone's favorite because people keep asking for a Klaus spinoff. And he has an interesting storyline here. He spends a lot of time with his dad, trying to bond with Reginald, the dad, and trying to get him into the inner family circle. All that to the end get backstabbed, when Reggie is going through that, that door, that tunnel in the hotel, and he pushes Klaus, and Klaus's face, I felt so bad for him. He's like, Dad. And he even said something, I can't remember, but the dad said, you're not worth the trouble. I was like, ouch, that hurt. The transition that we got from Vanya to Victor, I thought it was super smooth and very effortless. I really liked the way the siblings didn't really, not that they didn't care, but they were all very supportive when she comes out after, the haircut, and they're looking at her and she's like, oh, it's not Vanya anymore, it's Victor. Do you have an issue with that? Diego's just like, no, I'm cool. And then Klaus is like, I'm happy for you, man. And when they break the news to Luther, when he calls him Vanya, and they said, oh no, it's not Vanya anymore, it's Victor. He's like, oh, okay. Like I said, they're all very supportive and acknowledge, but didn't make the transition the whole story about Victor. When Luther asks him to be his best man, the look on Elliot Page's face, I thought it was so cute and genuine. It was probably one of the sweetest moments of the season. I thought the ending was very unsatisfying and disappointing. So what? Reginald was just doing this whole thing to try to keep his wife alive, and in the process, he wouldn't mind sacrificing his kids to do so. And what was his true plan after he reset the universe? You guys lost your powers. Like Lila said, somebody asked, what do we do now? And she's like, we'll go live our lives. It was a soft ending, so maybe that's it. You know how Netflix is. They just randomly like to cancel things. I did not think it was fair that only Allison got what she wanted, Remember, she killed Reginald and then hits that like red button and looks at Victor and asks Victor, do you trust me? But only Allison got what she wanted, you know, be back with her daughter and her husband. Don't miss the end credit scene. It's a very quick one and I almost missed it. But what did you think of it? You know, was Ben on a train? Where is he going? Do you think that ending, you know, them without powers and then showing Reggie with his wife, did you think that was a cliffhanger? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the little bell, the notification button so you don't miss any future videos. And I'll see you next time.